Good morning, PTNI's Daily Show. Happy Thursday. I apologize if you're watching here on Facebook. It looks a little bit dark as the sun is still coming up out here in Madison. Hope we're all having a great Thursday morning so far. My name is Alan, COO of ICE, here today on Leadership Thursday to talk about all things leadership. So, what are we talking about today? We are going to recap the CrossFit Health Conference that just happened here in Madison yesterday. I want to recap the conference a little bit and then kind of talk about my top takeaways that I got from a leadership perspective. So for those who don't know, this was the third annual conference. CrossFit flies in a lot of different medical experts from around the world, and kind of the whole idea is to have them convene here in Madison before the CrossFit Games and get a little bit of education. The primary audience is medical doctors, primary care doctors. Teach them a little bit more about nutrition and different aspects of lifestyle management and lifestyle change and kind of alternatives to pills and surgery and things like that. So that's kind of the emphasis of the conference. So this year, a lot of different speakers talking about debunking kind of the science behind high cholesterol is bad for you, talking a little bit about the history of whistleblowers in big pharma and how it hasn't ended up well for those who have been whistleblowers, and then finishing the day with some really cool stuff on a low carb, high fat diet, keto diet stuff, looking especially not only research on just weight loss and performance, but looking at how it can help treat cancer. And also some really cool stuff with low carb, high fat, fasting type diets in helping folks survive longer in space and underwater and really far out extreme applications of kind of the keto diet. That was the gist of the conference yesterday. Super cool to see so many docs in the room interested in learning about lifestyle management and kind of behavior change and a lot of what we talk about here, guys. And what I got from the conference was a couple different things. The first was the big emphasis on nutrition over everything else. The importance of nutrition and managing what you take in and what you eat, maybe much more so than what you burn through physical activity. So the emphasis of nutrition on everything else, which is kind of the base of the CrossFit pyramid. If you're a CrossFit trained coach, you know that's the first thing at the base of the CrossFit pyramid is nutrition, and it was reinforced this weekend again and again and again, talking different aspects of nutrition, but coming back to nutrition and emphasizing the importance of nutrition in helping patients and clients and regular folks and friends and family manage their lives and reverse chronic disease. So that was reinforced again and again and again. What I took from a leadership aspect this weekend was just having the importance, first of all, we'll talk about the importance of having a mission and pursuing it, maybe aggressively, maybe viewed aggressively by outsiders, putting your money where your mouth is and then finally being about it. So the first point, having a mission and pursuing it, just re-emphasized this weekend with kind of the shift from CrossFit's emphasis on elite athletes in the CrossFit Games who are walking all over here, which is crazy to see, but on health and kind of reminding the public that CrossFit was created to get people in shape and keep them in shape. And that was reinforced this weekend by just bringing people in from all over the world to speak, having this conference here, being dedicated to having this conference every year at the expense of maybe the profit of CrossFit. So from an organizational aspect, having a mission and pursuing it, even if others don't think it's the best direction where you want to go, but if you think that's your mission and that's where you want to go, then pursuing that maybe even at the cost of a little bit of your profit. And that brings me to point number 2, putting your money where your mouth is. The first thing I saw this weekend, this week yesterday, when I signed in, it was I turned the corner and 2 long hallways of tables stacked floor to ceiling with books, right? About 20 different books about a broad variety of topics, science-based books, and enough copies for everybody at the conference. So probably $500 worth of books for every conference attendee laid out, yours to take, right? Basically saying get up to speed on the research, get up to speed on these topics, educate yourself, take these books. And that's not often something we see in physical therapy. We don't often see kind of the profit that a clinic or a clinic group makes going back into pursuing the mission. We hear often from a lot of you that you have a hard time getting your clinic to spend $50 on a kettlebell, and here we have, you know, tens of thousands of dollars of books lined up in a hallway for free. And it's easy to say, well, you know, this is $1 billion company. But at the same time, we know some of your clinic groups are $1 million companies, and certainly getting some kettlebells, getting a barbell, getting some stuff to better help patients and clients is not out of reach. Just a matter of putting your money where your mouth is, right? Using some of your profit, using a lot of your profit to reinforce your mission and continue to pursue it aggressively. So that's the second point I took away is just their continual doubling down on putting their money where their mouth is. And then the third point, which we see a lot in our community, but not a lot in general, is being about it, right? We're really big on making sure physical therapists lead from the front and being active and pursuing a healthy diet and leading from the front, as we say, be about it. And we saw that at the conference this year, the CrossFit Health Conference. The lunch was low carb. High fat, high protein. There wasn't, you know, cakes or anything like that laid out. There weren't any sweets. Everybody in the room happy to eat some fish and beef. I think there was a little bit, some Brussels sprouts or something. But being about it, right? Being exactly about what you're talking about. Not being hypocritical. Not going to the clinic every day and telling people they need to exercise every day to be healthy, and then not doing it yourself. Not recommending a certain type of diet, having never tried it, or trying it yourself. So saw that reinforced at the conference, just the concept of be about it. We know that as Jeff says, as Tim Flynn says, data doesn't drive behavior, right? People follow people. And so when you see people being about it and leading from the front, it's that much more easy to buy into what they're talking about and to follow them and kind of help practice what you preach as well. So those are the concepts I took away. Just the reinforcement of nutrition maybe above everything else in helping folks prevent and manage chronic disease. Being really, really aggressive in the pursuit of whatever you think your mission is, putting your money where your mouth is to pursue that mission, and then making sure that you're actually about that mission, making sure that you practice what you preach. Really inspired to talk a lot more about the aggressive pursuit of your mission. I think that will be a topic for another day, though. I was writing down some notes yesterday, and that could be a whole episode on itself. Just I think we need to be a lot more focused on maybe we should stop calling ourselves conservative management, and we should call ourselves aggressive management, right? Compared to a lot of the other stuff out there. I think we can be more double down on calling physical therapy the aggressive management of chronic disease and pain. But that's an episode for another day. So I hope that helps. It's certainly a cool conference to come to. It's certainly awesome to be in the crowd of a bunch of physicians and surgeons and other folks who are on board with CrossFit. What was really cool was to see these doctors, you know, in their 60s, 70s, 80s, rocking Reebok Nanos and Stance socks, knowing that they are bought into CrossFit, that they themselves are CrossFitters, but that they are also on the front lines out there as primary care providers and surgeons and nurse practitioners and that sort of thing. So it was cool to see all those people convene in one room and listen to a lot of great speakers. I gotta say, I'm thinking that's not ageist, Dustin. I see you on Instagram. Listening to Dom D'Agostino yesterday talk about keto and cancer and stuff. Really, really interested in pursuing more, reading more about the research about low carb, high fat. Just seeing all the cool research that he's doing. That's one of the big takeaways I had from the research side of this conference, was all the cool research he presented, working with NASA and underwater research and the Navy SEALs and a lot of cool stuff. So a great conference, highly recommended if you can get out here. It happens every year before the CrossFit Games, usually the Wednesday beforehand. It's free. Like I said, put your money where your mouth is. It's free for you to, as long as you can get here, you can come for free. Cool to see Greg Glassman and a lot of the leaders from CrossFit in the room as well. Not only listening, but active participants asking questions of the speakers and that sort of thing. So great conference, highly recommend it. One of the coolest things I've taken part of in a long time. Glad I rearranged my schedule to come out here a couple days early before the games and attend. Definitely will be coming back in the future. So that's all I've got. Hope you all have a great Thursday. Looking forward to the CrossFit Games next couple days. Mitch and the gang from CrossFit Fenton are flying in momentarily, so I'm going to go link up with them, and then we're going to head down to watch Event 1 starting at 10:30 in about 2 hours here. So super excited. Look forward to some posts through the ICE account from the games. Look forward to Mitch and I being back on here tomorrow. We're going to recap and talk a little bit about the CrossFit Games on Fitness Athlete Friday as well. So I'll see you all again tomorrow morning. Have a great day. If you don't catch us tomorrow, have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.